Welcome back to another video. So today's story, I know I mentioned that I have too many stories, but today's story is about how my husband and I moved from South Africa to the UK. Many of you have been asking, how did you end up in the UK? And based on the experience I've had in the UK, whenever people find out that I'm from South Africa, they're like, what are you doing here? Let's dive into it. I moved to the UK when I was 36 weeks pregnant on my own. And then obviously my husband followed later. So before we got married, we had always planned to go abroad, and obviously United Kingdom was one of the countries that we wanted to go to move to rather. And we thought this was going to happen later, like later on our marriage journey. Like, I didn't think it was going to happen that soon, but God had other plans. And when we found out we were pregnant, it was as if God started opening doors and opportunities started popping up for us to actually come to the UK, relocate to the UK. And obviously we went through the process, application, interviews, Actually was interviewed by one company and literally applied for this one company, and everything just started going like better. Like, it was just going so fast. My mom always said, ha, wena, your things are always moving too fast. Anyways, we both applied obviously for our visas at the same time, but because we're both from different countries, our visas came out at different times, and mine came out first. I never imagined myself going on an international it's always so scary when they have that. I'm back from the commercial break. The door keeps opening, and the first time it opened, let me tell you, the first time it opened, that was last night, and there was no one. It was just the wind, because it's been really hot this side. And then the second time, I digress. And then the second time, which was today, when I attempted to record a video when there was still daylight, it was like after 8 to 9-ish, and that's my son's bedtime. Then the door opens, slow motion like it did right now. Lo and behold, he was standing there. I mean, most times he usually just walks in, but he was literally just standing by the door, and I'm like, I had to pause it. What a thing. What are you doing? Why are you back downstairs? Anyways, okay, let's get back into the story. So our visas come out at different times, and mine came out first, my husband's came out a month later. I think the whole interview process and how everything happened after I got to the UK in terms of work and everything, we'll talk about it later, because I'm a support worker. Anyways, we decided that I come first, that it was better for me to come to the UK first, because I was now like 35 weeks or 34 weeks pregnant or something like that when my visa came out. And we obviously did our research in terms of flying when you're pregnant and so far on in the pregnancy as well. And we discovered that Qatar Airways allowed you to fly, like your last week to fly during pregnancy was at 36 weeks. So we went with Qatar Airways, and I flew at 36 weeks pregnant. And I only flew with my baby's clothes, because when we were still in South Africa, obviously we had a community, and we got lots of gifts from friends and family. So those are literally the clothes that I came with. I only took like maybe 2 sets for myself to change when I got here, but I said, I'll just buy clothes when I get there, because I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it doesn't make sense taking clothes from when I was like maybe 58 kgs. Now I'm like 73. So like, I would just leave my clothes. And then I remember myself sitting at the airport, putting on my compression socks and thinking to myself, I'm actually terrified. I'm doing this on my own. I never imagined going on a trip that I planned together with my husband on my own. I mean, I flew on my own when I went to the Netherlands, but that was different. That was a cultural exchange, and that was my adventure. This is our adventure. We had it all planned out, but God had a different idea. I flew alone at 36 weeks pregnant, and you know how some people will be like, hey, you need to hide the pregnancy so that when you get to the airport, they don't see that you are pregnant and da 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 da. But I said, God, if this is you, there's nothing for me to hide. I'm flying as pregnant as I am. And you're going to make it happen, because from the get-go, we just saw the hand of God. So I arrived in Manchester. So I spent time with family in Leeds while I waited for my husband. Oh my goodness, the wait. It felt like I was waiting for like 5 years, and it was just 1 month. It was literally 1 month from the time I left to the time my husband joined Israel while he was still in the tummy, joined us in the UK. It was like 1 month, and my due date was in September. So I came July and he came August, and then Israel was born September. So it was hectic, because you know, in your mind you're thinking baby can come anytime. I mean, the due date is just an estimate. The baby can decide to come anytime. So every single day I spoke to Israel and I said, you need to wait for your dad. I would cry and say, God, Mara, why? Just let the visa come out. Like, this child should not come here without his dad present. Anyways, fast forward, my husband came, and now obviously I need to meet my employers, and yeah, I think that part is full of drama now. So I don't want to squeeze it into this one video, because it requires me to be too much drama. But I'll tell the story in another video about how it all went down when I met my employers. And if you need any more details about, you know, how we moved to the UK, you can ask the questions in the comment section. But to be honest, there isn't really much to share, apart from the fact that we didn't have any money to even relocate. And at some point during the process, we were both without jobs to even relocate. And we still had to pay bills in Pretoria East. And then we had to pay, obviously, the things required for you to literally relocate to the UK. And let's not even talk about the flights. Your son, that one is another story as well. But if you're still wondering how I got here, that's how we moved to the UK. And the decision was taken, I mean, before the whole process, but literally Israel just made it all happen. The fear almost got me, got choc slam. The fear almost got me stagnant, and you know, the fear almost got me to say, no, let's just wait. But I think what got us through and got us here that far on in the pregnancy was just trusting God and trusting that He is the one who is leading us, and He's the one who has created this opportunity. So we literally just had to be like, hey God, okay, not our will, but let your will be done. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good night.